There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, call the right authority. They can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. Save the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in thought to Ichiki.
Worried?
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till
Good morning. Good morning, folks, wherever you're joining our broadcast this morning. We'd like to welcome you to the program from the Print News here on Freedom Communications Incorporated, Freedom FM 87.9. Today marks the 8th day of October, and I'm glad to be here again this Wednesday morning, the midweek edition of the program from the Print News. I'm here this morning alongside Gus Coleman. He just joined us. Gus, go ahead, greet the audience, and we can run through.
All right, now you can hear me. Yeah, good morning, Esther. Good morning, Liberia. Gus Corner. Glad to be here.
Right. And so, folks, wherever you are, let's jump into our program this morning. We want to recognize our sponsors, Crime Stoppers Liberia, our biggest sponsor, and I want to recognize Maiwa and Sons Incorporated. We want to recognize also the Exodus Best Price store on the Girly Street and the Old Road. My name is Esther Darku. Of course, Wendell should be on his way. I don't know whether he got carried away by the birthday celebration on yesterday. I'm telling you, yesterday was the madam's birthday, and I'm sure, yeah. But he's now with us
Well,
today.
that man was singing Princess last night before you left. Can't forget it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so he's now with us today. Hopefully he will join us on tomorrow. So let's jump in. We have two local dailies on our decks. I'm told Front Page Africa did not print out today. So we're going to be looking at the Inquirer newspaper and the Daily Observer. From the Daily Observer this morning, the top story here says at Manina Resort, modern comfort meets countryside charm. This hidden gem in Bone County beckons the new wave of travelers. We're not promoting anybody here, but this is interesting because we usually complain that there's not much place to go to in our country. So let's look at what this is, and it says it's in Bone. That's Bone County. Bunk, yeah. That's in Bone County. Let's hear what it says. It says, nestled in the lush hills of Zoenta, southern Bone County, the newly revamped Manina Resort is redefining what it means to take vacation in the Liberia countryside, once a modest gateway. The property has undergone a stunning transformation, now offering international standards accommodations for travelers seeking tranquility, culture, and adventure in one location. Our goal was to create a place where guests can experience a charm of rural Liberia without compromising on comfort, said William F. Coty, the chief executive officer of Manina Resort. This hotel is one of the best in the hinterland, a place where you can relax and truly enjoy your holiday or weekend. A modern escape in the heart of Liberia, the Manina Resort now boasts a sparkling swimming pool for both adults and children. Well, that's it. Let's leave you there and let's jump into our stories. We have Bouakai appoints National Tourism Authority leadership as nation embarks on tourism reform. And Mrs. Princess Eva Cooper as Director General and Mr. Dogba K. Norris Jr. as Deputy Director General for Planning, Research, and Development of LNTA. Well, we're looking forward to seeing, something good you guys performing and making this country a tourist attraction place. But let's look at the story. It says President Joseph Boakai Senior has appointed the leadership of the Liberian National Tourism Authority to lead the reform initiatives and help harness the real potential that the sector has. To lead the LNTA, the president has appointed Miss Princess Eva Cooper as Director General and Mr. Dogba K. Norris Jr. as Deputy Director General for Planning, Research and Development of the Liberian National Tourism Authority. This appointment takes immediate effect. The appointment follows the enactment of the 2025 Liberian National Tourism Bill into law, establishing the Liberian National Tourism Authority under Article 30 of the Public Authorities Law. Before the 2025 Act, tourism oversight in Liberia was largely embedded within the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, Tourism. Critics often pointed out that the structure limited autonomous funding and focus for tourism policy and development. With the enactment of the Liberia Tourism Act, the LNTA now has greater independence, its own budget line, authority over staffing, regulatory and promotional powers, and a clearer mandate. to shepherd tourism across all levels of government. The law requires LNTA to transition to full operation within 90 days, including establishing headquarters, recruiting staff, and implementing systems for regulation. Marketing, planning, and licensing, Liberia possesses significant untapped potential, including dense rainforest like the Sapo National Park, its largest protected area with rare wildlife, a coastline of pristine beaches, and rich cultural and historic assets. However, progress has been hindered by poor infrastructure, limited coordination, and low visibility in global tourism markets. The International Trade Center is supporting surf tourism and destination development projects in Liberia to diversify the country's offerings. While up to date statistics from the 2024-2025 are limited, available data highlight both the historic underperformance and growth potential in 2015. Liberia's international tourism receives total approximately US 46 million, with tourism revenue historically accounting for around 6.96% of the GDP at its peak. Analysts project that the domestic tourism market is set to expand significantly in the coming decade, fueled by the cultural tourism, infrastructure development, and government support. Let's leave you there. We have a lot of other stories. We have a lot of other stories to look at. Let's go to this one. It says Africa's resources must benefit its people. Prof. Ojilo urges tax delegates. Delegates attending this PSC 2025 from across the continent engage in dialogue on strengthening Africa's tax system and reducing illicit financial flows. Where do we have this story? Let's check on page 9 of this paper. I think we have it there. It says Africa's wealth must serve its people and not a privilege to few. Professor Ozonia Ojilo, United Nations resident coordinator and representative to the UN Secretary General in Rwanda, told delegates at the opening of the 13th Pan African Conference on Illicit Financial Flows and Taxation in Johannesburg, South Africa. Speaking before a gathering of tax justice holders, civil society organizations, government representatives, academia, and international partners, Professor Ojilo delivered a key note that left no ambiguity about the urgency of the continent's fight against corruption, illicit financial flows, and unfair global tax practices. It is clear that Africa cannot continue business as usual. Professor Ojilo said reducing illicit financial flows is not a technical reform. It is about reclaiming our sovereignty, financing our development, and restoring citizens' trust. Africa's resources must benefit its people, not elites. The conference, which ran from October 7 to the 10th, 2025, was organized by the Economic Justice Network of FOSISAR and co-hosted by the PAC in collaboration with the Tax Justice Network Africa, the African Union, and the African Tax Administration Forum. It is held on the theme Honoring a Legacy, Building a Future, a decade of the HLP report. However, it marked the 13th edition of the PAC, providing a platform to reflect on progress made since Landmark 2015, high-level pioneer report on illicit financial flows, and to chart new strategies for domestic resources mobilization, tax justice, and global economic governance. In his keynote address, Ojilo traced Africa's current economic challenges to a 700-year history of exploitation and equitable trade relationships with Europe. Africa is the foundation of the Industrial Revolution, he said. Initially, it was on the backs of our ancestors through the sugarcane factories and cotton factories, and the production processes. There was so much produced that required technology to process it, and that technology laid the foundation for the transformation Europe benefits from today. He emphasized that structural reforms in international taxation required coalition building and a new dialogue with Europe. We need Europe to open its hands so we can have a handshake between terms of geography, history, and experience. He said this also requires a different degree of engagement with European civil society and universities. We cannot merely rally on global norms designed elsewhere. Africa must define its own priorities. Let's leave you there and look up more stories. Let's turn to the back page of the Daily Observer we have on our decks. It says dock workers stage go slow at Freeport of Monrovia. Union demands APM terminals to sign a CBA address workers' welfare issues. It says operations at the Freeport of Monrovia were on that's were on Tuesday slowed down as members of the Dock Workers Union of Liberia launched a go slow action to protest what they describe as the continued refusal of the APM terminus management to sign a collective bargaining agreement. The union's president, General Robert Kwanda, said the protest represents the workers' frustration over prolonged delays in addressing key welfare concerns, including salary increases, transportation, educational and food allowances, and improved working conditions. We have been on record for the past 10 years advocating for our people by the two reporters. We are here for the interest of our workers. We have to stand up to demand and protect their rights. According to Kwade, the union recently held a high level meeting with several government officials, including the finance minister, the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, and the managing director of the National Port Authority in an effort to mediate the dispute. He said government representatives appealed to the union to express or exercise patience while efforts are being made to find a resolution acknowledging the Freeport's crucial role in national economic activities. The government has assured us that a resolution will come soon, maybe today, tomorrow, or the next day. But as stated, but we also made it clear that we are committed to protecting our people until these issues are fully addressed. Well, I'm gonna stop you on that one. That's all we're gonna take. Let's take this final story on the back page of the Daily Observer. Overheated solar panel batteries cause fire at NSA's chief residence. This fire thing, I'm telling you. The Liberian National Fire Service says its investigation has determined that an overheated solar panel battery of National Security Agency NSA Director Prince C. Johnson III. According to the LNFS investigative report released Tuesday, the fire originated from the solar batteries installed at the Soul Clinic community home, causing an electrical short circuit that quickly spread throughout the building. The fire started from overheated solar panel batteries at the residence, leading to an electrical short circuit. The report stated there was no fire safety equipment on the premises, and early efforts by residents to extinguish the flames were unsuccessful. Witnesses reported that a fire erupted in the early morning hours, sending thick smoke in the air. Neighbors used buckets of water and sand in a desperate attempt to control the blaze, but most of the structures were already engulfed before firefighters arrived. Let's leave you on the Daily Observer. We have the Inquirer. Let's take the Inquirer this morning. 70% citizens live in slums. NHA earmarks 500,000 homes by 2030. This is right here. It says the managing director of the National Housing Authority, Florence Kateka Kuebo, has raised a stark alarm over Liberia's worsening housing situation, labeling it a national emergency that demands immediate government action and direct investments. Speaking at on Tuesday at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing, Madam Guebo outlined a crisis driven by the poverty, scarce funding, and the absence of a national housing policy, which has made decent homes attainable for most citizens. She highlighted that urban centers, particularly Monrovia and Ganta, are bucking under severe overcrowding and a rapidly expanding slum population. Fairness and poverty have made decent housing attainable for most of our citizens. Urban areas are overcrowded, funding is scarce, and there are no comprehensive housing development policies to improve the situation, Chibo stated. Citing a 2020 World Bank report, the NHA boss revealed that approximately 7% of Liberia's population lives in slum communities under what she described as devastating conditions. Further compounding the crisis, she referenced a 2014 UN Habitat survey. Well, that's the story there. You grab a copy to read in depth. This is transport 20% fares reduction. Take immediate effect, announces new nationwide fare structure. This is here. The Ministry of Transport has announced a new nationwide transportation fare structure for tankers, taxis, and buses, making the first major adjustment since May 2022. The reverse fares, which takes immediate effect, followed a reduction in petroleum prices and improvements in road infrastructure across the country. Speaking Tuesday at the Ministry of Information's regular press briefing, Transport Minister Salif Ira Tyler said the move underscores the government's commitment to reducing the financial burden on Liberians and ensuring fair pricing in the transport sector. We are pleased to release the new transportation fares for the entire country. The price of petroleum has dropped, and the cost related to vehicle repairs and operations have stabilized. You're sure? Therefore, we are reducing fares across the country by 20%, Minister Tyler stated. The updated fare structure was developed in collaboration with the National Transport Union, the National Tanker Union of Liberia, the Ministry of Commerce, and the Liberia National Police. Minister Tyler described the new framework as a stakeholder driven approach that balances affordability with enforcement. Another new regulation, revised rates have been set for the movement of petroleum tankers from Monrovia to various parts of Liberia. Let's do a quick jump into the prices. I don't know whether the prices have been stipulated in the papers, in this paper, but let's see if we have it. Okay, let's go through. It says the indicator for adjusting tanker fares will depend on a US 50-cent increase or decrease in the pump price of gasoline or fuel oil. The Liberia National Police and Transport Ministry inspectors will jointly monitor and enforce the new pricing system. The minister also emphasized that these adjustments were made after thorough consultations considering the current pump price of gasoline at US $4.02, that is $805, and fuel oil at US $4.33, equivalent to Liberian dollars $855. The ministry also released a new schedule of fares for commercial taxis and buses nationwide, including Monrovia to Kakata 300, Monrovia to Buchanan 900, Monrovia to Banga 700, Monrovia to Todmanburg 600, and Monrovia to Zweju 7,000. While Monrovia to Hapo is 11,000, Monrovia to Totota 700, and Monrovia to Dwazon short distance $150. Minister Tyler cautioned commercial drivers and transport companies against overcharging passengers, warning that violators will face straight penalties. Hey, we are not here to punish drivers but to protect commuters. Our inspectors, along with the Liberia National Police, will be stationed at key points to ensure compliance. If passengers are overcharged, they should report the incident or note the vehicle's license plate number, Tyler said. Wow, that's good. But let's read through. The ministry outlined the following penalties for non-compliance with a new fare structure. First offense, US 200 fine for tanker operators payable to the Central Revenue Account at the Central Bank of Liberia within 24 hours. While the second offense, US 400 fine also payable within 24 hours. And third offense, 3 years suspension of the operator or driver's license. The ministry noted that the fares are subject to future adjustment in line with the charges in petroleum product prices on the local market. Minister Tyler underscored that the fare reform is intended to address the daily financial struggles of ordinary Liberians. This is a bread and butter issue. Many parents spend a large portion of their income on daily transport for their children to school. By reducing the fares, we are helping to ease that burden, he said. He added that the ministry will soon announce additional fare structure rather for flatbed trucks transporting rice, flour, and other essential goods, as well as short distance routes within Monrovia. The government remains committed to fair transportation pricing and accountability. This measure takes effect immediately and will be enforced in the interest of the Liberian people, Minister Tyler noted. But that's where we stop you. We have to take other stories. Access to justice is key to sustaining rule of law. Criminal Court E at the 9th Judicial Circuit Court, Colinius Winner, has declared that guaranteeing access to justice is indispensable for upholding the rule of law and strengthening Liberia's democratic foundations. Judge Wane asserted this during a special presentation at the Second Judicial Retreat of Trial Judges held on October 4, 2025. But let's bring it to the back page of this paper. It says at the back, High Court summons parties in Gbapolu diamond disputes. The Supreme Court of Liberia has issued a writ summoning all parties involved in the High Nine Stacks Gbapolu County diamond case to appear before the full bench for a hearing on Monday, October 13, 2025. The court's directive, detailed in an official document signed by Councillor Sam Mamulu, clerk of the Supreme Court, commands the appearance of key figures in a legal dispute. The summoned parties include Buema Kanto, assigned circuit judge of the 6th Judicial Circuit Court, Circuit Civil Law Court, the sheriff of the Civil Law Court, and the private respondents David Slowwood and Abraham Kamara, both holders of Class C mining license. Also named in the raid are Mohammed Kamara, widely known as JIRA, and the affiliated mining entity operating in Smithtown, Bauman District, Gbapolu County. This latest judicial action follows a bill of information filed by Councillor Frank Musa Dean, the former Minister of Justice, who is now the informant in the proceedings. The writ commands all respondents to submit their official returns and show cause while Councillor Dean's petition, which is understood to concern the enforcement and the interpretation of prior Supreme Court rulings. But let's stop you there. Sub-Saharan Africa, this is our final story. Sub-Saharan Africa maintains resilience, growth buds. Sub-Saharan Africa's economy remains resilient, with growth projected to reach 3.8% in 2025, up from 3.5% in 2024. Yet, downside risks loom large, including the indirect effects of global trade policy, uncertainty, declining investor appetite, and a shrinking pool of external finance, including declining official development assistance. Acceleration in growth reflects easing inflationary pressures and a modest recovery of investment despite persistent global economic uncertainty. The number of countries experiencing double-digit inflation has fallen sharply from October 2022, that's the 23rd, to July 10, 2025, signaling progress in stabilizing prices. External debit service has more than doubled over the past decade, reaching 2% of the GDP in 2024. The number of sub-Saharan African countries in or out or at high risks to debit distress has nearly tripled, rising from 8 in 2014 to 23 in 2025, nearly half of the region. Well, folks, we have to stop you here. These are all of the stories we are able to take from the two papers that I have on my decks. We're going to take a break with our sponsors. When we come back, we will definitely come with our talking point. But let's remind you to keep your transactions coming in with the Freedom Cash giveaway. *255 *1 hash. Ibrahim Kamara, the DJ's hero. There's no barman for this hero. He's definitely going to do all of the draws for you. So stick and stay with us. Keep playing. And rest assured that, yes, there's going to be a lot of winners today.
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in thought to EGG. Did I live in something?
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't tell law in your hands for the right authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of the boy. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-omen, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
A very pleasant welcome back. At this point, we have Tunis. Tunis just joined us. The weather report man is here with the weather report. Welcome to the show, Tunis. Good morning.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Good morning to my brothers and sisters. Salam alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Again, this is your weatherman from Staten Island, New York. I'm here to give you a weather report and stick to it, guide yourself, go about it. It's Freedom FM, the accurate weather report.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm not getting you too well.
Um, your assistant need to play with it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
All right, you getting me now?
I can hear you. I don't know whether the others can hear you through the radio, but go ahead. I will find that out.
Okay. All right. As it is right now, by you getting a little partly cloudy, you get a little bit of sun coming up, but don't mind that sun. It will be running away from you soon. By lunch hour, 2 o'clock, that sun will disappear, and there'll be a little bit of light rain coming down. But when that rain starts coming, that's not small rain though. It's not going to stop till tomorrow, way in the evening or tomorrow night. So that's the kind of rain starting this evening from your area or this afternoon. And Thursday, tomorrow, you're going to feel the heaviest rain, especially when you wake up early in the morning. It's going to be raining very heavily. If you are a careless person, you don't want to go to school, you probably will not go to school. Or if you're working far, you don't get money to take public transportation, or even if you have it, you might change your mind. Don't get dressed like you usually dress going to work, because tomorrow going to be nasty in Madrid City anyway. And it's going to be like that all day with thunderstorm, with lightning striking everything. So the kind of rain you get in tomorrow. Well, it's starting this evening. This evening. Right now, you are enjoying the very good weather right now. But as time as the day progresses as we go, 2 o'clock area, 2 to 3 o'clock area, things will change. That sun will run away from you, and it will start getting a light rain. As it go to 7 p.m., it will even turn a little bit to lightning thunderstorm. So around 7 p.m., if you're visiting anyone far distance, if you're living across the bridge and you visited somebody around the Cinco area, find your way home, because it's not a small rain will be coming. And that rain will be heavier while you're going to bed. While you're in bed, it will start getting heavier and heavier. All right, that's tonight. And it will continue till tomorrow. That heaviness will continue till tomorrow up to 12 p.m. rather. And now 12 p.m., the whole day Thursday, the whole day is going to be a raining day. And a serious rain too. Don't take it as a joke. You'll get flooded. The place will be flooded all over Monrovia. So you take it from Freedom FM. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis. Only Friday going to be nice for you. Friday will be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Friday is a very beautiful day. No rain. It'll be cloudy, but a lot of sun. But tomorrow, today, as is for now, I see probably it's not raining outside. But don't mind that. Since you go at the lunch hour, if you go lunch hour, say try to go back to work. Otherwise, the rain will catch you. The light rain will start coming, and that light rain going to stay with you till tomorrow, way tomorrow, in while you're going to bed. Okay, so that's it from Freedom FM. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis. Again, thank you for hosting me. That's your weather report.
Thank you.
Coming to work tomorrow, you can be prepared.
Of course.
Get your raincoat and don't put your shoe on, put your sneakers on or boots, because you'll not be comfortable.
Right, I know. And so tomorrow we're here looking like it's really raining.
Yes.
So that's our weather report guide. Suleiman Hashin Tunis. He comes on with us every day to provide the weather report. You heard him on tomorrow. There's gonna be thunder. Some oh we're for the I'm telling you, but that's it for us.
And
And
not only tomorrow, it's going to start today. It's starting right after 2 o'clock. And
it,
as the day progresses, it's going to start lightning and turn to a heavy rain in the evening hour. So remember
wow,
that.
I will go home
Yes.
early though, and
Yes.
I hope
Okay.
we all
All
take
right.
heed to this. Mhm.
See you tomorrow.
So, all right, let's bring Gus on. Gus, Gus, you're back, and I bet you follow all of the stories we brought. You want to just quickly go through the ones you want to lend your thoughts on.
Yeah, I follow most of them. I mean, I'm still kind of baffled by the tourism. Like Borough, everything we do has to go through government. Tourism. Uh, Again, do we really have to go there, or can we just provide the environment for tourists for tourism? I mean, I still like to know what the full job description of this person is going to be. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to do? What is government going to do? Because when you have a tourist institution, say in around the world, there's so many people involved, right? The businesses, all of those people have to come together to come up with some kind of like amenities and what kind of incentives you can give people to come and do all that other stuff. So I don't know the government role in this, but again, is a step forward somewhat. But let's look and see. Everything we do is government, 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 and I think the private sector needs to somewhat be involved in a lot of these areas. So we'll wait and see because Liberia is not just Morovia alone. And if you're really doing tourism, is it just for Morovia? What happened to the interlands? I mean, I heard you read a story about a new facility that's opened up or renovated for the facility in Bond County. They Patawee, all these other places. What are the incentives? What's out there for people to come to? You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
can't just say, "Oh, you got a tourism thing now. You're paying another group of people a ton of money." Just almost like yesterday, you celebrating all those cars for the LDA, right? But Liberian officials are so, excuse me for lack of better word, stupid. So
Okay.
all the government officials that over there yesterday, most of them are making $10,000 to $15,000 a month, right, Esther?
Mhm.
So you do the math for 15 vehicles.
Mhm.
You're celebrating. Maybe if you cut those people's salary, you'll not even find a need to celebrate because you will have more vehicles. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't know what kind of sense it takes for us to be continuing to gradually move, a country like ours where it doesn't cost that much to live in Liberia. Let's be honest. Except you want to live in these fancy places these foreigners have brought to Liberia, right? Esther Daco does not need more than $1,000 to live very comfortably in Liberia. If you have a car, you got your house, everything is right there. Why are we today still paying people 15 or so thousand dollars? So you just go down and down and down, and you just see government after government, and the people's situation isn't improving. I think the best thing I heard was the urban development, urban something about people living in ghettos. I mean, or what's the word they use? I mean, it's probably more than 70%. I don't think it's 70%. I think it's even higher than that. Where people are living in this country. I mean, the former president even tried to change some of that by building what they call the Propo homes. But you would think people will continue on that and maybe don't call it Propo home, call it whatever. Have some kind of development. I mean, if I remember correctly, one of the former presidents started the communities that we have over there today, like the Bannersville and Garnersville and all that other stuff. Those were means to get people out of poverty and put them in housing and elevate them somewhat, leaving from that stage to get more land on their own and building bigger, better houses. But in our country up to now, I mean, things has not changed, and we continue to do these things, and I don't know. I just don't know what's going on in Liberia. I'll be honest with you. Kind of give up.
Okay. So, that's what I think, with this tourism thing, you know, Liberia has been, really lacking behind when it comes to this tourism thing. We go to other countries, we see, there are different areas people go to as a tourist attraction area, see things, lodge around and stuff. We've not been, getting much from the tourism sector. So by having the tourism sector stand on its own, even though I do not know some of the plans that you guys have already in store, but having it stand on its own, I think it's going to help to boost this sector. It's going to help greatly because you will have people who mind, strictly focus on just tourism, so that we can have all of these different areas that should be a tourist attraction area. People coming into the country, having it been shown to the social media, to every other place that can be advertised, so that people can know that yes, Liberia has this beautiful place that I want to go to, that I want to see. But when it comes to the issue of reasons why I think people should make the money they are making is because the money in Liberia don't have much value. We all can attest to that. And one of the reasons why is like US dollars, we have the Liberian dollars. Some people prefer it, the US dollars more. Some people prefer, the Liberian dollars. And that's why when we're having issues with rate fluctuation, people spend a lot. Because if special people will have their own rate, let's look at what happened when the rate was when $5 was 800. That was 180, right? Or 160, whatever it is. But when $5 was 800, you go to purchase anything that is sold in US dollars, you're going to buy it at a rate of 200, which was very wrong, which was hurting us. And the people close with the authority to handle that, the Central Bank of Liberia, they're not doing that. Are they regulating these things? The federal bureaus that we have in our country who just come up with their own rates. Central bank have a different rate, outside have a different rate. We should not be so. But at the end of the day, we still have money changers on the street. Everybody got their own rate. You go to Johnsonville and the money changers, they're changing for a different rate. You come to town, people changing for a different rate. All of this is wrong. The money does not have much value. There's not much value. And right now, people are renting homes. If you want to live in a decent home, you will pay nothing less than $150. I'm telling you for a fact. You're not going to live in anything decent less than $150 in this country. So it's expensive when you put $150 times 12 months. How much is that? That is a lot of money. It's not per month. You're going to pay that amount. It's going to be per year, but still, it's a lot of money. Looking at what the report from the NHA, 70% of Liberians live in the slum. Somebody will tell you, oh, I live SD Cooper Road, or I live AB Tober Road. And you be thinking in your mind, AB Tober Road is a decent place.
Don't go there.
AB Tober. I was passing on the main road yesterday and I was looking at the houses. And I was like, okay, so when somebody say I live in AB Toba Road, I should think that they're living in, some kind of makeshift something, because a lot of makeshift things on that road. The guys kind of sharp, but just be blocking it. And the moment you look behind it, it's horrible. Look at the bypass. On the road, somebody looking fancy, go at the back of it. It's horrible. It's really horrible. That kind of environment. You see? So things are expensive in the country and they are not worth it. They are not. You go to other countries, you spend far less and get something better. But for here, no, it's not like that. We spend a lot of money to get the kind of comfort we want. You have to spend the money. If you want to live in comfort, you have to spend it. And at the end of the day, some of the goals that you set for yourself is going to be hard to reach. It's definitely going to be hard to reach. But that's not what my attention is on today. My attention is drawn to the bad labor practice in this our country. We have a story here with the Dock Workers Union that staged a protest on yesterday. And to be honest, most of the problems we're facing with bad labor practice in this country is being generated from the Ministry of Labor. Whoever that minister is, I don't even care whether it's still corporate. This is really sad that you have people in your country, your citizens, they work for foreign people, foreign companies, and they can barely feed. Go see the kind of work they're doing. I'm not just talking about just one institution. I've been to several different institutions where I've had a conversation with workers, even at restaurants, resorts, at the hospital. I don't want to start naming all of you, but this is really wrong. You cannot have people working for you when the government has a minimum wage, and this is why you're supposed to pay your workers. You're not paying them. And then when they complain about it, you threaten them. You tell them when you go to the Ministry of Labor, I will just give the minister something, and you will walk up and down until your heels finish. Can you believe that your employer is saying something like that to you? This is sad. Some of these people have worked for you for 25, 26 years. Their lives have not improved. Their life has not have not improved. It's sad. And then you feel like you are achieving something when you have people who work for you, they're not happy. At the end of the day, they go, you don't even pay them by monthly. You will owe their salaries 2-3 months. This is bad. And I couldn't believe when the guy said the labor minister comes here. He comes here. He will come and they will give him free food he eats. Can you imagine? I mean, normally, yeah, probably he will want to pay and they'll say, no, the minister paying? What the minister want you put it together? And then package and I'll carry that food. I'm laughing because it was really funny when the guy said it. The guy said, we can't do anything about it because the labor minister doesn't care. He comes here. He comes here to dine. So that kind of relationship now that the workers are seeing between their boss and the labor minister, when you are practicing bad labor, they complain about it. You're supposed to be paying them $150, you're paying them $100. How do you expect them to survive? They have their families too. The country is hard already. It's not everybody that's gonna get this perfect government job or some kind of, office job that they're paying $1,000 or more than $1,000 US per month. Not everybody gonna have that, but everybody got to live. We all have the right. We have natural resources. We're paying taxes to government. The layman, 70% of your citizens, they live in the slum, yet they pay for current bill. And you build a tax on that current bill. You do it first, a recharge in the month. You do it to everybody. Why if I can only afford $5 to put in my meter, and then at the beginning of the month I put my $5 in the meter, and then you deduct tax? Should I be paying tax to LEC? Should I be paying tax to LEC? I thought I should be paying tax to LRA. I'm already paying tax through my job. I'm paying tax through my business. And then you want your citizens to go ahead. So every institution now, when I go to the restaurant to eat, they gotta, when they get the receipt, there's a portion of there where they deducted something for tax. That's why they added the money up and all of that. It's wrong. This is wrong. It should not be happening to anyone.
Do that.
What?
The tax. I mean,
No, paying the tax, we have to pay the tax, Gus. You're not here, right? The electricity is really expensive. It is very expensive.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you cannot have you look at the kind of people you have in your country. Look at the people lifestyle. Why would you make electricity expensive? You make it unaffordable so that people should live in darkness.
Well, here's the thing though. I agree. Electricity and stuff like that should be something that is quite affordable to people.
Exactly.
But again, here's the thing, Esther. You have to if you want to make it a, like in America, I still pay for electricity. Our electricity bill is ridiculous, but we do have a job. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
If people do not have a job, and that's what we have to keep preaching, is the fact that you want to provide all these amenities. It costs money to provide or use these amenities, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to give people a job. You have to create job opportunities for these people
Mm.
to be able to
Exactly.
afford these amenities. If not, you have to also have these amenities in abundance to certain locations. For instance, okay, if Esther wants to use it privately at Cosmo, that's fine. But we should at least have street lights. We should at least have lights in community so that there's some kind of a safety. Then it's up to me now to use lantern in my house, candles in my house, or whatsoever in my house. But at least I can safely get to my house. Because to say we should not um, charge for those things, it will be hard. But to your point, we don't have any. We the and so this is what I'm saying is we're spending so much money on SOEs instead of creating jobs, man. Look at the school situation right now. Up to now, since 2005, one of the places where we struggle is we keep bringing expatriates to Liberia to do basic stuff like electricity, plumbing at these mining concessions. You think up to now we have not, if we have grown that sector, just like in the days of the Lamcos. Do you know Liberia had one of the most thriving technical um, experts in our country, in our
Mm.
region, with Lamcos and all of that? We had guys that they call dieting. These people were sorted all across the country and the world. Okay, today, all those people are 80 years old, 75 or so. All those people put food on the tables, but that does not exist today because everybody's paying so much attention to University of Liberia, so and so, and people aren't even able to do the basic stuff to move our country forward. But if you don't have the workforce to do that, we're not going to create jobs. You don't have the workforce to do any of these little things. That's still we're in trouble. So, and that's where we are. And you guys can complain all you want. The only option is for them to cut down how much they're paying government employees and create incentivize people to start business, you know. And Mr. Comey said this, I'm going to bring that up. He's in opposition. We need to
Mm.
really think about that. He's in opposition, but the truth is this: those are the minds that we need in our country. We need those kind of thinking. We need to think beyond this government, 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 government. We need to think about what kind of jobs we can create so people are able to go and work and bring food to their families. And there's a lot of those work available. The whole rest of the world, there's people that have call centers. You don't think Liberia could be a good place for call center? We speak better English than the Indians. We speak better English than most of these places. But go call 1-800, whatever, whatever. You're speaking to an Indian guy that can't even understand you, or you can't understand. But if
Mm.
you are doing that from Liberia, if Liberia is really serious, we can
Mm.
have call centers. We can have people reaching out to companies like General Electric and all of those people. Look at our time difference is perfect, right? What time is it in Liberia right now?
It's
12?
12:03.
12:03. Think about it.
Mm.
It's only 7:04 here, 7:03, 7:04 here. So we would have had somebody working in Liberia until that time to answer any calls that came in to maintain a piece of medical equipment or to do such and such. So then when we wake up here and go to work, now we have a call list of all of that available. But you know what these companies do in the world? They they go to India. You see what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
but our people ain't serious. You keep hiring people that have never worked in these sectors. You keep hiring people that don't understand these things. What do you expect? All these people, like I said, they only have suitcase degree. They go to school around the globe to have an opportunity in Liberia and say, I got 2 masters, 3 masters, but they never did squat in there. And they live in dilapidated places in these countries and everywhere around. They go back to Liberia like they're king and queens. So thank you, man.
Okay. So we will go to the telephone lines. Let's hear from the audience. Call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. Let's have the discussion here this morning. Keep your calls coming in. And we also want to encourage you to keep your transactions coming in with a cash giveaway. The code remains the same, *255 *1#, and *255 *1#. It's 50 Liberian dollars or 25 cents you want to play with and walk away with $5,000. And also, a winner is going to walk away with a 32 inches smart TV at the end of the week. So keep your transactions coming in. If you play and don't win today, you still qualify for the weekly challenger where you're going to walk away with a television. But let's take our first call with this person. Hello, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, and let me say good afternoon to your team of panelists.
Mm.
This is Hussein Kew. I call from a Jacob renovated office in district number 2.
Mm.
So, I first want to begin by correcting the dear brother there. No ministers under this administration make above $15,000. You have the fast checkup and they can check that right away. No ministers under this administration makes $15,000 that are asked for claim by you. Just a point of correction. So moving forward, like you said, it is not a good thing to acknowledge and appreciate the government when it makes draft. And you make a very serious gesture when you talk about the tourism sector of our country. Thankfully, the president appointed people to spearhead our office and the day-to-day activities. That's a very good one about the president. We have that tourist like my own kid, my own kid. We have the piso. We have a lot of tourist in Cape Mount. There's a lot of office that can supervise, that can put things in place. That would be a tourist site. And that's a very good one to establish, a entity that will spearhead the tourism sector of our country. If that is not commendable, if people would not want to appreciate that, thank you, Esther, for even acknowledging that the president did exceptional work by appointing people in that direction. So it is not always about criticism, but sometimes we just acknowledge some of those, for those good things that the government will make or the president will make. So to see how best the country can move forward, if we want to politicize, we have never had. Yes, President said over 12 years.
Hossein, I'm not cutting you off. Who started politicizing things in this country? Who started the whole politicizing thing?
Amen. And so we shouldn't go in our past, right? Now we think
seriously, now we can't go in your past.
Yeah, when I focus on the future, right? The future, because our ages are not reversing, right? Now we having our children, our grandchildren look up to us for decision making. So if we continue to reference the past, then definitely we're not getting anywhere. This is why I support your critique and criticism of the government. This is what I follow, right? But I think we have to move this country forward. And the president is making a strap. The president just to end, but this is the first of the kind in history of our country. For the year we have UN here, they didn't have 15 papers donated to them. It's the first of the kind. Well, we can appreciate that. I really don't get it. But let me say thank you for acknowledging it. And thanks to the president and the entire government for the strive and development path they are taking in our country.
Baba, dear.
Baba.
Your startup politicize. In fact, you came to power on this very thing. That's why you guys are even in power in the first place. You politicize everything. Why you getting my way where you gonna things? Hello, welcome.
Yeah, that is good.
Good morning, David King. I hope so.
Yeah,
welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for that brilliant recommendation. Yeah, whenever I listen to the ball, I sit back and laugh. You talk about politicizing things. Where were Hussein when former President we are surrounded Joseph Waka with peace street all around him? What did Joseph Waka say? He said people are bidding someone rule and saying that the bidding rule. What's the economic dividend that those rules brought at the time? and he saw the amount of markets that was built only because the roads around there were paved. People started building a provision shop. People started building a cement, and we are becoming lively. But Joseph Boakai was still asking for economic dividend. So we still want us to be clapping for Joseph Boakai when he does a little thing for us, which we are elected to do. We're not clap, Hussein. We're not clap. We're not even praising. So now we're asking Joseph Boakai to tell us what is the source of the 15 acre that he gave to DEA. Because yesterday, these were the kind of questions they were asking. So we too have started asking the very question that they asked. What's the source of that money? Where it came from? Because we don't want to see some of those Chinese concessionaires who have come here and never went through the legislature. They are all over in our bushes, digging hole everywhere and digging our mineral, while Liberia and Liberians are still remaining poor. Because on a Boakai, we got the Chinese everywhere. They are digging everywhere. And Liberians are poor. If you ask the lawmaker now, they will tell you, say, we are not taking pay, we haven't gotten our benefit. I mean, things are tough. If a legislator will tell you that things are tough, they are not getting benefits, they are not getting a salary, then you should ask yourself where the country are going to. Because recently, the IMF came out with a corruption report against the government. In fact, it is the same IMF who also told us that they were giving $25 million for the government to resuscitate our reserve, our foreign reserve, because it's running dry. Esther, Liberia is in trouble. So for Hussein to tell you that nobody in the government that making 50,000, Hussein do not know anything concerning his own government that is full of defense for everything. You see that was sacked for those very institutions. Instead of giving that money back to other civil servants, they increase their salary. They increase the bigger guy, those guys that came from America, Joseph Boakai Kunis. He increased their salary to those amounts. The same amount that Henry will pay people with. And you guys are talking about it, you want to come pull a defense, who says you should go and think this thing over. Because when you later in a little house I was leaking yesterday, they finished partying there, and he said, I'm speaking for my brother office. You got office? Enough for yourself, you got office. Don't be lying to yourself. Don't where you working. You know nothing about government. Think just and you sit down, you pull up your patriotic
okay.
And behavior into see you know everything about the government. The government is the most corrupt government since 1847. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Let's go to another call. Okay. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, my sister, Esther.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, let me say hi to Sion Brother Golf.
Hello.
Brother Golf. Yeah, this is the voice of Idrissa and Idrissa Somebody.
Go ahead, Idrissa.
My sister, Esther, it's just a sad time. I don't know why this ball called Kawu will always be tarnishing bad people's names. Because the guy has nothing to say when he comes on the platform.
You're coming middle show about Hossein, huh? I thought we are having a discussion.
Making our other people frustrated, our own people who have love for the country. Like, why we can be angry with this speaking called Hussein? When you come on the show, you be marketing ignorant. It's sad. When you start hurting the 11 people heart, and so that's what we are saying on the platform. Then you go on post FM and be carrying out a propaganda, this information. And so we are hurt because the old people can be getting angry. We ain't going to play ball on the airway, you can market is ignorant and be vomiting out for who. This is unacceptable. And so we have to speak to this empty-headed Boakai Hussein Kawu. Let it stop. This country is not here, but they see the sentiment from here. That is what we are saying, Esther. You have to understand our craft. Don't allow the ball be flowing out.
Well, you cannot tell me what to do on this show. Thank you very much. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, Dali Dago.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. This is
Mawate.
Yeah. I want to say thank you. I want to say hi to God. You know, my daughter Esther, Romans chapter 12, verse 11. The Bible says, those that support good God master. And then the same Bible, Matthew chapter 5, verse 7 says, do unto others as you do, then it is unto you. I let a question that you ask me, the whole thing, the person has been on, the person has been on everything that the past committed in the country. Now again, Unity Party people, they acknowledge one thing, even one in the country. We never experience where they go open, whether you go to whether you go, we never experience it for them. But today we feel carry one for us to praise the government. Me, every day one day I can pray for Joseph Waka. I can pray for all my leaders. Because the one God told me. I can pray for everybody in the country. But the problem only is not being nice to God. It's not for any power. Why do we have to pay people 50,000?
I tell you.
And then the 50,000 basis there, and they say, we are not paying the people who salary, they were going to pass on the power to pay the people salary on. So they should pay the poor 50,000. When the 50,000 is not paid, and we don't put up the people, when the 50,000 in the country, and they're all that's all. Tell the people that making people to get charity already die slowly. Slowly we die in the country, for getting us in the country. So we bury it. No matter what, what people voted for, so we go through it. Thank you this afternoon, my daughter.
Thank you very much for calling, Mawate. Let's go to another person. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Esther.
Hello, Ma Sisi.
For the show, let me say hi to my brother.
Okay.
Let me say hi to him.
Hello.
And to my Sally, let go bless my son. Any sickness embarrassing my son, let go taking for that situation. So, Esther, I never want to call, but I listen to my son who still cares. That's why I call. Then you start lying to the bad people. And in fact, I can't vomit and lick. I can't equal rest. Say the food spoil, you won't eat it. You know, hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead, Ma Sisi.
Okay. The reason I'm saying that I will take care of my family and lick it. I think it's in the air. I want to get it out of your mind. He said the platform not credible. You go and join the list. You can say the real thing. You can laugh. But you don't see some of the platform. He appreciate it. So thank you for it. They say this, they say that. What do I say? LTA, they benefit 50,000. It making 3,000. I want that. Not 18,000 making. You sell the point why making good travel in your country. You want to add that money or they take to say they might be 15,000 in your government. No, don't laugh at the best people. The LTA man making 50,000. What if your phone? No, I told you what you're believing. This country, he told us it. Yeah, he's making 15,000 US. What's my money getting $1 per month? If you're working to the ministry, they're getting $1 per month. But you want to get $18,000, it's machine for your salary. They tell you all that everybody making this and that in the country is poor man for them. But they engage or nothing. Yeah? You can't do that to the country. I've got to come in now. I want to bring job now. And let me bring job. See, you're coming people that bring job. You know, when they say, I want to bring a job. Then you bring company in the country. So who can work? No one wants to bring job. So who can see what you get one person, then you go back and say, when you come see, they say, anybody got me, they will not go free. No, you get plenty money to waste for me. You supported CPP, you are there. You spend money, you work for session. For government future enjoy, we have government and they brought session upon them. You want to you spend that money. You are there with the poor Bonnie Tire at Capitol Hill. People are embassy. You are there. You are CPP. And now you coming. Oh, poor Iraq and people are Bonnie yeah. Let's go straight. You are with there. You are there. You couldn't say anything. You couldn't say a point to it. You are CPP at that time. Opposition at that time. Come you are there. All the issues that from you. A wife, a mother like that. Check. The skin was taking anybody in this country. So accept the result. And when you get you more water, then you know more water on your website. We're looking for you. I'm not back for you. I want to tell you. want to tell anybody cross me and it will be past it. No, you can't do that to the country. When you get play better for and keep extra. No, you will not play Okina and be apple. When you play Okina, you play Okina, you be Okina, you are Okina. So what happens today? Before you pour that erase your bring that God will put down. So they say it not children, it cost me no. I will not back it. I was there to every day. What comes around goes around. So you was now your short nothing there. Thank you.
Okay, Masisi. Let's go to another person and let's have you. Welcome to the show. Go ahead quickly. We don't have much time.
Hello?
Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Thank you, my dear sister Esther, and thanks to our young brother, the diaspora, for the.
I am Pokat Robert.
Thank you for the participation recognition.
Right.
Thank you. That's how that sister you are. By the way, for the public, I'm Pokat Robert, and I joined you this morning for an unknown destination. You know, sister Esther, thank you for the courage, the enthusiasm, the tenacity, and the fucking team. And you always everything in the interest of our country. We are very appreciative of you. But to the issue of people giving some insignificant species and anything that it does not deserve, I will tell my colleagues, my mother and my for giving such species, such a relevant. But somebody can't really show when they say their own, whether you don't make your admiration, leave them, let it go away. But for you to reference them, you are giving them some level of relevance that it doesn't deserve. I'm going to call somebody to get relevant. I will also acknowledge my colleagues that calling on somebody that does not even deserve such a relevance. So the issue, this government is disgraceful government in our country. It's not really disgraceful because they are a pathological liar. They expect the excellent to lying. They can't get this. So now we taking so ministry of court man. Because not ministry of information now. That ministry of court man. You see when you say that you're acting is what is drinking? I'm acting where people are drinking when they're talking about rubbish. Because a talker can say that and say, well, no children will tell the street what the fuck I was drinking that day. Because now our children is not much in poverty. So I'm urging myself what I was drinking that day. Was your brother drinking cocaine? I'm not thinking when I'm cooking, was drinking, we are making that statement that when I'm drinking power, no children will tell the street. When you go now in the street, nobody told you what a gallon. And when you go right in front of him, but that step ahead of him, that our brother also. So, the CDC will be vindicated for all 4 applications. 4 applications. Accusation like the big that they have level give up. CDC will be vindicated. CDC not do this, not do that. Since in the bureau, they see liar government can say they will dedicate this 150 schools. They're not even dedicated.
Pokart, I don't know what's going on. I think Lone Star is harmonizing your.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear
you.
Conclude quickly so we can go to another person.
No, take it. I know. They see government says they will construct 1 school up to now. Constructed 1. The only school I dedicated recently, it was a school I was together by the judge we are all the city like government. See, you give the power, our hospital, then security stage. But don't we give the power, the one in there, he has been like far. You got the only hospital. You got the hospital in River Set. You got the one the medical hospital. Get the what? Our government. I'm always begging for the people, even begging for the 4 years. Never make a mistake.
Okay, Pokart. Let's take this last person. We have to re-comment. Go ahead quickly. You are our last caller. Okay, let's come to this line. Hello, welcome.
My dear sister, Daddy Taco, shout out to you.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, Esther, you know, we told the people that the Liberian populace
The people are, they are godly people. They are godable. The people got carried away by this sweet statement from the mouth of Wakai.
I mean, that's two different worlds. Gullible and Gullible.
They carried away by this behavior. It's just kind of sweet talk. Oh, when I turn the power, you will never see drugs in the country no more. Everything will be smooth. Quand the power is giving implement anything, you behaving lawless. How can a person be lawless? You can anything if you're a party, you can say. How can a leader be like that? So you find out that the country will just be like a lawless state, like a junta region. So when they pray to the Almighty Allah, so that we can get rid of the puppet master for all our country. Because Baka is extremely empty-headed. They may have zero lamatage to solve our country problem. So let's pray to God and so let's pray. Let's pray that thing gets better. Please, my sister.
Okay.
Only Allah can help us for the calamity to move for all us. Please. Let's go.
Okay, so that's all we can take today. We are not taking any other call. We have commentary if you're just calling in. We have Cecilia Masakwe watching from Norway. Esther, how are you, my beautiful baby? I'm good. We have Lloyd Yanin saying good afternoon, Freedom FM. I am watching the show live from Singapore. We have Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bastion Jr. says good morning, Esther. I hope you are doing pretty good this morning. I'm following from Banos Bukeba. Yes, I am. We have Spencer Mohammed. He says, I'm following you from my Propo Corner, down Coxpoon Hill, Wentown community. What's supposed to be rescue is gradually becoming overwhelmed with protests, drugs, torture, ritualistic healing, and a complete breakdown in the rules of law. Sadly, this is a rescue that was promised to the Liberian people. We have Anisha Junior Bar says, I'm watching you from the borough of New Town. We have Francis Famule. He says, hi, Esther. I'm following you from Pueblan Road, Wentown community. We have Mohammed Kamara watching from Thailand. We have Ibrahim and Allison. Greetings, Freedom family. I'm following live from my residence somewhere in Monrovia. Because of the proceeding of our government under the leadership of Joseph Boakai. That's why my location is yet to be known. Thanks for the information given to our country, Liberia. We have Stephen Yakade says, good morning. I'm following from Cotton Tree, District 2, Lower Margibi County. We have Bakari B. Sharif says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following a show from Newtown and Wendell. Okay. We have Mary Tule says, good morning. I'm following you from Georgia, New Georgia Estate. Thanks for the great job. Augustine Gavlo says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from work, Newcastle, Delaware, USA. We have Stephen Bosos, Stanley Bosos says, greetings to the Brain News family, sponsored by Crime Stoppers Liberia, watching live from my residence in Congress City. I'm Stanley Bozo. Thanks so kindly for the enlightenment on the program. Clarence Dwese, I hope the thunder on tomorrow will destroy the criminal who stole my money yesterday afternoon. I'm so sorry about that. We have Michelle Dude. He says, watching from my end. We have Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bastion Jr. says, the major problem of Liberia work, folks, is that so-called labor ministry, instead of seeking the interests of Liberians, they are going for their pockets. Andrew T. Nangba says people like Hussein shouldn't be given time to call on the show. Well, we allot everybody the time. This is a Liberian radio station. Everybody have the right to make their point, whatsoever. We are here to make the corrections when they say something that they should not be saying. We have Benu Kamara says, good afternoon, my dear family. Great show. This government is going nowhere. Socialize, they keep saying to our people. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Basson Jr. again says the Labor Minister car that he is riding right now, its money can feed you over 30 people for 2 years. This is a serious don't care attitude of this Ministry of Labor. I'm telling you, this Ministry of Labor thing. But Let's send controls to Gus. Gus, you can close up quickly so we can leave.
Yeah. Esther, thank you and thanks for the opportunity. Liberians, you're just wait. My CC came and give it to Cummings a little bit. But my CC, what happened if Cummings and Joy we are come together now? What are you gonna do? You gonna eat your words? So I mean, this is where we, the citizens, the people, not corrupt up so much that we can't even make a sound discussion without being political. The truth is this: he joined that group because they were in opposition. He's still in opposition. He's gonna join your group because again, your group is in opposition now. CDC. So the truth is, the issues that we had on the president, we have some of the same issues today, and even worse. So does that mean if somebody else is saying the same thing that you believe in because they don't wear the same clothes as you can't believe it? Some of us say no. We would believe it. And if we're going to get people in the tent to unseat this government, we will. Because this government, we knew was going to be as corrupt or more corrupt than any other government, even after their first 12 years. And we're starting to see it more and more and more. The only difference I honestly see is at least the old man can suspend them indefinitely because they ain't coming back. At least Joseph Boyer don't wait and say, oh, we're going to wait till all the, is done. All the court issue is done before we can do anything to them. But, the corruption is still there. So maybe somebody will help. Thank you, Esther. Thanks for the opportunity. Hopefully you stay dry tomorrow.
Right, sure. I will definitely stay dry. But folks, this is how we like to bring down curtains on to this presentation of the program from the Print News. Hopefully we will be here on tomorrow on What's on Your Mind. My name is Esther Daku. We had Gus Korma with us. Suleiman Hashin Tunis was also here to give us the weather report. Until we see you again, that will be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Do have yourselves a blessed day. Bye-bye.